It's going down like this, motherfucker.
This shit is crazy.
Nigga get mad. Say, motherfucker, what you mean you ain't gonna let me in this funky joint? Much money I done spent in here, nigga. I knew your mama when she was hoeing. Hump, baby. Shit, bet I do it over time. Say that, nigga. Shit. Bet the bar, off time. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money. Boy, I'm hungry as a hog needs slop Jesus. Shit, gotta be a Jesus, cause too many black folks.
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man. Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying.
I just left a light in this bitch. I just left a light in this bitch. I just left a light in this bitch. I'm finna hit the shop in this.
Fuck up. Move the fuck up. Fuck up. Fuck up. Move the fuck back.
Your feet. He looked down, seen his feet. The nigga went berserk. Killed the monkey. Threw the bat out the window. Start kicking that bitch in the air.
Say anyway, but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously in no time switch its rotation also, because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously. Can you?
You don't understand.
My eye. Plus, I'm in love with a bitch I can't stand.
It's cool enough just being cool, like I am.
Group of you together, you never can tell who's who. I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
Dance with me. Dance with me. Oh, yeah.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
Damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama and you.
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
What the hell you want here, hunky?
Oh, man, nigga,
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass. And then
Your shit.
Get your hands off of me, shit!
Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah. That's the difference when you're my baby.
I think we OD. I think we OD. I think we OD. I think we OD.
Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come. I hit the loot juice, it pulls up in the dude. Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I come. I hit the loot juice, it pulls up in the deuce.
I guess you go to the history of European civilizations. 250 years is how long they last before they implode, because of their greed, because of their violence, because of an inability to let others be, including themselves. If they didn't have brown and black people to hate, they would hate themselves.
Lean and buck, lean, buck, lean, buck.
To the east. Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game that was created by the Hero Twins, and I am that one and only Galactic Daddy-O, welcoming each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe. Well, well, it looks like my time to come in and talk my shit. And as you know, when I come in, I always give you a treat. I always make you think that is the time to start with refreshment. And so it should come to you at no surprise that we are starting the show off with Great Lakes Elliott Nest, which is the finest amber in the land. So pop them if you got them. And I must say, my wife, she left me a glass of beer, half a bottle of beer that was sitting out for about an hour. So pop them if you got them. Join me. I guess I should add a little bit of cheers. All right. And I'm still smoking on Jungle Boys Sour Killer Apple And I'm also taking the vegan herb gummies. That is the spot. Now I want to start with a couple of things. I want to start with this right here. So list of guys aren't playing. We know Caleb is not playing. Did anybody hear that right now they canceled the they're talking about Florida State and Ole Miss. No, Florida State and Georgia might boycott. Is it the Peach Bowl? They might boycott the Peach Bowl. But this is the list of players who are not going to play. Let's see. Transfer portal, so updates, okay. Give us players. Florida State wide receiver Johnny Wilson. I already heard him. Edge, his name Chop. Okay, it's Edge. Penn State, Chop Robertson. We know Caleb is not playing, and that's all. So it didn't really give us a lot. So just those few players that this little bullshit article is about. Okay, I thought it was more. Thought it was more. But did you guys hear that Georgia and Florida State might boycott? They're saying that Florida might not play. I was just watching a movie where, you know, they was about to boycott the national championship game, and it made them start paying players because of it. And I think that movie was made with that in mind. Damn, they got these. These are my favorites. How much? What sizes they got? Ooh, these are one of my favorites. What size they got of these? They're not showing. Why don't they show? Oh, here we go. I don't like them. Yeah, these are good. Ooh, these motherfuckers is expensive. Why are these so expensive? Oh, they got 14s. How much? 500. They are kidding. Look at this shit. 500 for these. How much for these? How much for these? See if they got 13s. 500 for these. Damn. Damn, if I'd pay 500 for these motherfuckers. Huh. So this must be the one that sold out. LeBron 7s are $500. Wow. This is crazy. You can get these motherfuckers and put them up. $500. Wow. I have the blue pair like this. It's the same bottoms though. Wow. 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 I might as well say what's happening while everybody, before I'm doing my thing. Duran Battle, thank you for joining me. Definitely. Woo, and I know this late you definitely got to have vision. And when you come on the Galactic Patio, you got to get down. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the talk. And there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
And I know you're here for me to take you. So I can take you higher, baby. OTF, what is happening? And I know you definitely got to have vision. And on the Galactic Patio, we be getting down. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmics. And there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
Don't touch my truck. And you are here for me to... Let me take you higher, Dr. Sinister. Thank you for joining me. I'm on Thursday mornings. I don't come on Tuesdays. I come on Wednesday night, Thursday mornings. And I know you got to have vision. And join me on the Galactic Patio doing the...
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic slide.
And there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
Don't touch my truck. And you are here definitely for me to take you. And my main man, who's not from Saipan, but he goes all over the world and he makes money in Japan, PJ Allen. And I know he always controls his bitches.
My bitches. You saying you can't control your bitches? What?
And he definitely has.
Got to have vision.
And he does not mind getting down on the...
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic slide.
And he knows the one rule. Leave my F50 alone, baby.
Don't touch my truck.
Leave that F50 alone. But he also knows that I will take him. I'm here to take you higher, baby. Oh, I didn't even talk about the game. Man, the Wolves got in their ass. I'm going to say this about Wemby. And, you know, in all fairness to a young person, think about it like this. You know, and you know, if my nephew ever sees this, nothing against you, but think about it like this. Wemby's 19. My nephew's about to turn 19 January. And Wemby, like, he's made, this is the first time I'm coming to Minnesota. Do you dig? It's colder here. Well, France, I think, gets kind of cold too. But I'm saying it's the first time his body's used to this type of food, the way the weather is. I mean, it's a lot of things, and travel. And, you know, even on a private plane, it's not too bad. It's not too bad for dudes, you know, 7'3", 7'4", but everything he's doing, you can see the toll of the league. The big fellas was in his ass and got him in foul trouble early. They actually made the game closer than what it should have been. They was in their ass. And really, we was close to going to the game. But my wife ended up having to stay at work, and she was at work. She didn't leave work till 7, and so the game was already going. I ain't want to drive in and have to take 2 cars back home. And so we're not. It's funny. We looked up the tickets for the Lakers because the Lakers are going to be there Saturday, I think. And it's funny that the tickets are almost double in price. We get the tickets for the Pelicans to sit down below. It's like $70 a ticket. To see LeBron is like $140 for the same seat. So it goes from like maybe $160 to sit down on the first level to, you know, going to $300 because LeBron's there, you know, double ticket. So fuck LeBron. I'll see Zion. I don't know. We might go. I doubt it, though. I doubt that one. I've already spent so much money for entertainment this month. It's not even funny. So we might go. But, you know, they play good together. I mean, when Rudy is getting offensive rebounds and dunks. And let's not forget Ant. Ant be putting in work on them peoples. Y'all know Ant put work on everybody. He puts that work on them. And I mean, they might let him be the next Jordan. And they might, you know, don't forget, the Timberwolves are still the Lakers. That still winning here and in 5 years still counts, I think. So I think they're going to have to because of that. It's like people, you know, my wife would ask me, why is a team in Canada? Well, one of the first NBA teams was from Canada. The first NBA game was in Canada. If you understand that. So, but they look good. They really look good tonight. I hate they got knocked out of the midseason tournament, but on the other hand, they get a little rest. And don't forget, the first game comes on for me tomorrow at 4. First game is 5 and 9 for y'all. For the Central, it's 4 and 8. So don't forget that first game comes on kind of early tomorrow. So the first game is Milwaukee. Who's that Milwaukee playing? But it's Milwaukee playing somebody. And then the Lakers play the Pelicans. Milwaukee plays Indiana. So the Milwaukee, Indiana game comes on 4 o'clock for me, 5 o'clock for y'all. So remember that. And you Central time, you know, adjust. 3 o'clock. Damn. 1 o'clock in the afternoon for California people. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Man, I don't want to, but like the dude who does rig sports, so please forgive me. He showed where Lawrence, he gets stepped on his right ankle. He rolls back. Everybody thinks his right ankle is hurt. He puts weight on the right ankle. Like when you go on one knee, if your ankle's hurt, you're gonna go opposite. You're not gonna go put your weight on the knee. So that Lawrence shit might be some fake stuff. That might really be some fake stuff. But so that's good work on him, the dude who does rig sports. You peep that out. But yeah, I think it's a big deal if Georgia and Florida and Old Miss, Georgia and Florida State both sit out. That's going to be a pretty big deal. That's going to put a shock to their system, and it's like, what are they going to fill that time with? Because already committed to TV time and advertisement. And, the Florida State people is really pushing back at their asses for being overstepped because it's the first time ever it happened. And like Lorenzo put yesterday, remember, Ohio State was down to their third string quarterback and they still made them play. And that was the first year of the playoffs. So the precedent was already set. It doesn't matter. Again, like I said, is if it was Clemson, third string quarterback or not, Clemson would have been in. Clemson would have been in. So. And I'm not a Florida State guy, but I'm just saying what's you can just tell this is college entertainment. There's no fairness to it. It's like the old system was even more rigged. TV writers writing who's number one. No, it doesn't matter who played the games. Like Michigan and Washington. And that's why I say this year's football is about Michigan and Washington. It's a rething to 97. One of them two teams is going to win. But I think they're going to give it to Michigan because Michigan did have the better team than Washington that year, I thought. I really thought. So we'll see. But it was another beautiful day up here, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed it where y'all at. Really beautiful day up here, 40s. Everybody shopping and shit. So really, really beautiful day. I wanted to see if y'all was hip to this. Let me find this shit. Marv Levy died. I don't know what to say about Marv Levy. I wanted to see the other stuff. They're going to start Dobbs again this weekend. They're going to start Dobbs. This ain't what I wanted to see. Let's see. Oh, they took it off. Crap. I wanted to show that. They switched it. But I don't know. Marv Levy, what's the big deal about him? I was trying to figure out who some rocker died. He was 65. I couldn't figure out in the article who he was that died. Man jailed after 6-minute video emerges of him beating his youngest child. What? This is where he beat him from? No, I look like... What is this shit here? Beating his child. Man jailed after 6-minute video emerges of him beating wife filmed by the child. Is that this? Oh. Okay, is this? No, that ain't it. Okay, I guess it's this story right here. So, a man has been sentenced to 4 years in prison after a 6-minute video that his 9-year-old child took of him beating and injures his wife emerged. Miguel Lazalo Castallo was sentenced to the maximum term allowed on his charges of 4 years in prison last Friday by the Yuba County Judge Julius Scoggin after pleading no contest, felony domestic violence, false imprisonment, and misdemeanor child abuse. Stem from an incident took place on the 9th before 2 a.m. when the sheriff department received a 911 call from one of the children. Deputies arrived 6 minutes later. They located them both, wife laying face down on the floor, surrounded by bloody napkins. He was sitting on top of her, and their 3 minor children, ages 15, 14, 9, were also present. Damn, he didn't give a fuck. He got a face where he didn't give a fuck. I'm beating your ass. I don't care what the children think. He had initially denied it and claimed he had no idea where all the blood came from. However, it didn't take long for the deputies to discover that the youngest child actually filmed the attack on a video. Deputies discovered that the youngest of the children had videotaped a beating, said the district attorney's office. The video lasted over 6 minutes and showed him repeatedly hitting his wife in the head and face. One of the children tried to protect her mother, shooting her with his hands. Laredo slapped the child on the leg and continued beating his wife's ass. He forced her in her stomach and forced her face down in the carpet an extended amount of time. One of the minor children were intoxicated. What? Wait, what? Lazaro Castella's wife, his wife, and one of the... Wait. So Lasagno, his wife, and one of the children were intoxicated at the time of the beating. So the mother and the father were all drunk, and a child was drunk. Placed the children in protective custody. Despite Lorenzo not having a prior criminal record, he received the maximum for felony domestic violence based on the brutality of his actions and his utter disregard for his children. All right, fuck him. You did that shit, fuck you. It's 32 here. Yeah, it's shit. What is it here? That's 39 here. So it's nice. It's nice. You know, I wore a coat when I went to dinner. OTF says 77. Damn, it's summertime down there. That's summer to me. Shit, that is fucking summertime to me, baby. Mass exodus of Ohio State football. Yeah, it's happening. Everybody getting the fuck up out of there. That coach about to get fired. That's why. They already know. They about to get rid of that coach. He done lost 3 years in a row to Michigan. Michigan is one team you can't lose to, baby. You can't lose. Who was SEC Player of the Year? Okay. Wow. Huh. Damn, how did I get all this shit? Oh, StockX. That's why this shit is so expensive. Oh, that's right, the Pac-10. Everybody getting up out the fucking Pac-10. I'm hearing all this noise in my headphones and shit. L Reborn, Amaroon Khan, what's happening? And I know you definitely got to have vision. And I know you would definitely join me on the Galactic Patio doing the one and only. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic. And you already know there's only one rule. Don't touch my... Leave that F-150 alone, but I am definitely here to take you. Excuse me while I boogaloo. That's how I gotta make one. Excuse me while I boogaloo. Oh. What'd he say? What's happening, baby? It's me, Boogaloo. What movie is that from? I bet y'all don't know. What's happening, baby? It's me, Boogaloo. It's a lot of debauchery going on tonight. The story I wanted to talk about disappeared on me. Damn. Let's see. Whoops. Let's go. Nope. Nope. What is it called? www? Let's see what that brings up. Didn't bring up nothing. Damn, it didn't bring up what I was looking at earlier. Let's see, is it here? No? Did I save it? I didn't save it. Oh well. But yeah, that's a chick. Let me see. Is this it? No, this ain't it. Never mind. You see that swimmer down in that swimmer got all the breaking. It's not breaking. Jamar, what's up? Jamar 3224, what's up? My bitch. Ooh, no. And I know this late you definitely got to have vision. And I know you'll join me doing the.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic slump.
And say, ooh, ah. And you know the only one rule, leave that F50 alone.
Don't touch my truck.
Leave that F50 alone, and you're here to. You're here to take you higher, baby. And what's happening to OTF? What's happening? And I know you definitely got to have.
Got to have vision.
And I know you would join me on the Galactic Patio.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic slump.
And there's only one rule.
Don't touch my truck.
No. And there's only. No, PJ Allen, you lose. You lose 200. Send me 200. That was 200 per question. If you answered, you owe the host 200. That comes from American Gangster, baby. When they bust them in their heroin operation, he say, "What's happening, baby? It's me, Boogaloo." And then the man runs in there and busts Frank Lucas people. But, you know, this is the dance they called the Boogaloo. That was called the Boogaloo. And, you know, I have like, you know, every time, see, when I was younger and I first got into security kind of work, I worked in fancy buildings, very sophisticated, 100 stories, 50 stories, 60 stories. And all of them had music in the elevator. And they all had mirrors all around. So in front of me, mirrors on the side. So it was shut and I'd be by myself, despite me knowing I was on camera. Back then, the cameras, not really. I would always do the boogaloo, you know. I would always do the boogaloo, you know, just fucking around. As soon as somebody came on, I'd stop. They get off and I'm going about 20 more floors. I would boogaloo all the way to 24. It keeps you in shape, baby. Keeps you in shape. Oh, Vanilla. Hablin, what's happening? You up here getting this nice weather we got too. And I know you got.
Got to have vision.
And I know you would definitely join me on the Galactic Patio.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic slump.
But it's only one rule only.
Don't touch my truck.
Don't touch my truck. And we know you're here for me to take you. Juan Santo. Yes, I did. Yes, I did hear about Juan Santo. Let's bring everybody up. Where'd it go? All right, how do you spell it? Yeah, I did see that earlier. Breaking. No, it's American Gangster. It's American Gangster. Soto, yes. I did come across that. Let's look at the deal. Yankee acquire Juan Soto in 7-player deal with the Yankees. The San Diego Padres traded the New York Yankees late Wednesday night, making the second trade in less than 17 months for the 70-year-old to establish himself one of the air's most gifted hitters. They received Trent Grisham as part of the 7-player deal in exchange, right-handers. Wow, 3 pitchers? So 3 scrub pitchers, starting pitcher Drew Thorpe, and 2 starting pitchers. Damn. Wow, they gave him 5 pitchers. Whoa. The Yankees went offseason in search of everyday left-handed hitting outfields, acquired both this week. They completed a rare trade with Boston to acquire Alex Verdugo and gave away more pitchers. Damn. So, wow, they've just gave away 6 pitchers. Little more than 24 hours later, the Yankees swung the deal and been highly speculative on several weeks. The Yankees following the trade put suit in outfield with Grisham, Verdugo, Grisham, Judge, and Stanton. Stanton don't play that much outfield. Yeah, he's the designated outfield. 25 are both heading their final year before free agency and would undoubtedly love to keep them long term. Neither Judge nor his primary center fields, but none of them will have to full-time basis. Grisham is left-handed hitter, comes in fourth out as a fourth out can be subbed for defensive purposes late in games. So yeah, didn't say how much bread he got, how much bread they gave. The Padres acquired Soto and Starr. National League in 22, but they didn't make the playoffs during a disappointing 23. The ensuing season found the desire to cut a payroll that exceeded $250 million. The Philly rotation left barren. Trading solely a high convert player into his final before it proved the Padres' best, most efficient path, but it was painful. Since debating, 19-year-old with his combination of patience, power has slashed 160 home runs, 483 RBIs and almost 800 games, making 3 All-Star teams and capturing 4 Silver Sluggers in a 6-year stretch. He has drawn 640 walks, struck out 577, rare ratio. Soto won a batting title during the pandemic-shortened season, limited walks each of the next. His OPS is the 5th highest all time through a player 24 age. Trailing only Ty Cobb, Mike Trout, Mickey Mantle, and Jimmy Fox. Trade also, whom they originally signed at the McPello camp to decline a reported 15-year, $440 million extension. Padres began the season with Joe Red. King was 28. Okay, so he got his bread. Good deal. Good deal getting your bread, baby. Yeah, I caught that this morning. I can't find where the wrestler or the WNBA player wrestled last night. And that's what I was trying to find. I was trying to find where she wrestled. It was on here. I was sitting here looking at it, and I started to show. This shit jumped from me, and I, remember her name. But she went from the WA. She started wrestling, went to WA, and she's back in WA. Oh, look at this bullshit here. Vikings announced they're going to start this motherfucker again. The only good thing about him is he get out of trouble. That's the only good thing. Ooh, what did they show there? Show it again. Ooh. Damn, what is this? Ooh. How much? 60. Ooh. Now I like that color, but I'd rather have the Daytona, baby. The Daytona. Where's Gibbs? He's back here. I didn't lose that. Okay. So this is who they starting. After 3 interceptions. And remember, all the interceptions was bobbles. So that was interceptions on purpose. The Vikings versus... we got the Vikings versus the Raiders. The game this weekend is in Las Vegas. Then they play the Bengals. The following weekend... What date is this? November 27th. Okay, we're going this way. Okay. We're going this way. So, November 20th. So, the 10th. We're here. So, they're going to start this motherfucker. Blah, blah, blah. Bounce back. Kirk Cousins, however, abysmal. Get out of here. Performance Monday Night Football. Whether he would make change. Head coach announced they would be sticking with him. We're sticking with him. You traded for him. We're sticking with him. So it's some bullshit. Orlando Magic look good this year. They do look good. But they don't look good as the Timberwolves, baby. Timberwolves. Timberwolves look better than the Magic. Timberwolves number 1 in the West. So now the Magic haven't looked. I've only caught them in a couple games. Where's the chick at? So I want to find this chick who's wrestling. And you see, they took away all the medals from the dude who, remember Lee, the 6'1" dude that won all the women's swim titles. They took all that shit. The Olympics and the international swimming banned him. So he said he retired. He said, nobody wants to swim against me. Well, swim against a man. You was 300 when you was a man. He was literally the worst male swimmer. That just shows you the difference in strength. That just shows you the difference in strength. I don't mean heard Donald Trump talking about he's gonna be a dictator on day one. You know, I was checking out a dude, and he says what happens is when all systems break down all over the world, everywhere, and again, if it's not the United States doing it or Russia does it, almost every country turns into a dictatorship. Isn't that some shit? Isn't that some shit? You know, it's like they don't know anything else to turn into. I mean, look what, you know, you go from like what Russia did. They went from the Bolsheviks was there to kill the king. So they just elected another king. And by the time Stalin took over, I mean, there's a movie about Stalin that is great. I mean, you got to watch this. And it's like after Stalin died, they was scared to go in his room. He had been dead for 3 or 4 days, and they was so scared of this motherfucker. But I mean, it's just the amount of people he killed. And again, he tried to kill all the Christians too. And that's where if you study, you see where Hoover comes in. You know, and I've talked about this before. They talk about the lice was so much and so thick in some of these people's houses. Not only were they starving to death, the lice was like out of control. They described that the lice was like wallpaper thick. So the lice wasn't just on the people's body, the lice was all around them. And that can kill you. Lice carry a disease that can kill you. And so America had to come in because Stalin was trying to starve to death all the Catholics and Christians. And he killed a bunch of them like that. Again, you know, they're Jewish faith. Oh, maybe this is the motherfucker who died. Okay. Is he sick? No, this nigga's older. I don't know who he is. Denny Lane, a guitarist and founding member of the Moody Blues and Paul McCartney's Wings. No, it was another cat that was 65 that died. I don't know who that cat was. He died today. Oh, they say Jeffrey Dahmer's father's dead. Wow, why do you got to bring that up? Nobody gives a fuck about Jeffrey Dahmer. You want to bring up a story about Jeffrey Dahmer. That's why you bring that shit up. You want to bring a story up about him. You got nothing to do. That has, so who? I don't know. I was trying to figure out who died. Oh, here we go, PJ Anderson. I just can't do it. Oh, they're only 100. They was 200. I'm glad I didn't put my name in the thing. PJ, you getting these? You getting these? They come out tomorrow? I don't see what the big deal of these is. Yeah, these aren't well-made shoes. I got the ones with the air on them. I got the fucking boots. But yeah, who's getting these? And they act like everybody wants these. You know, if you're not seeing out, you're not cool walking with these. So much shit, sweet shit in the world, really? PJ, you getting these? I could have got. I think I could still get into Dick's Sports and give him my shit to get in the draw, because Dick's gets so many, and then you know a Nike if you part of Nike. But fuck these shoes, man. Fuck these shoes. You know, these ain't must-have. Is these the must-haves for you? Lash Legend. That's her. That's her. That's her. I was just reading that shit. Lash Legend. Yes, thank you. I was just reading that shit. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I guess this is her. Yeah. She played in the WNBA and now she's wrestling. So she went to, is it Mississippi State? I was just reading. She went to Mississippi State. So she signed in 20, made her debut backstage. Frank Monette, Lash Legend. Confirmed the team will compete. So she plays in the WNBA and she hoops. Ooh. Dude look like a lady. She got it. She got it. Ooh, dude look like a lady. Damn. I don't know, y'all. Oh, that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. Thank you. But yeah, she wrestling and shit. Damn, there was some rough pictures, man. Oh no, y'all. I really didn't know who this person was, but I'm about to shoulder to elbow. This is a rough looking person. Shoulder to elbow, man. Oh my goodness. I don't know, y'all. But look at all of them. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. long neck. I'd say shoulder to elbow. This is a girl. This is a girl. Oh, okay. I can go right back here. I don't know, y'all. Some of these pictures is rough for her. Damn, that looked like a young Dennis Rodman. Don't that look like a young Dennis Rodman? That looked like a young Dennis Rodman. This is a Dennis Rodman. They done remade Dennis. No, Dennis Rodman's 6'8". Shoulder to elbow. Yeah, okay. It's just a rough looking woman. Okay. I would say shoulder to elbow, she passes. Shoulder to elbow, she passes. Okay, but man, she's rough looking. This chick is hard looking. Like, man, that's hard looking. She's a hard looking chick, y'all. Oh my goodness, this chick is hard looking. Woo. I mean, tell me this ain't Dennis Rodman. That's Dennis Rodman with makeup right there. That's Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman done put himself into a young person. Don't that look like Dennis Rodman with makeup? That is Dennis Rodman with a young Dennis Rodman with makeup right there. She got the Dennis Rodman face. So yeah, thank you. I was just reading this shit before I came on. Okay, I need to give some love. Okay. Duran Battle, thank you. Okay, what do you say about it? You love the 11th, but are you buying them? Are you signed up for them? Because right now they want your credit card. They're gonna drop them. What is it? Drop to right now? No, they ain't dropping till Friday. Yeah, 7th Saturday. They drop Saturday. I probably can go out to JB's and get them if I want them. Y'all got JB's? Y'all hip to JB's? You know, JB Sports? Y'all hip to that? We got one of them too. But Duran Battle, what's happening, man? You know, I give everybody love coming in. And to be up this late fucking with old man, you definitely got to have
vision.
And we all get down up here on the Chocolate Mountain.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic.
And it's only one rule you gotta follow.
Don't touch my truck.
Leave the motherfucking F-150 alone, but you're here to definitely for me to take you. You thought it was a girl. Man, I'm like not sure either. I don't think you came in here, Dr. Sinister. If I didn't give you any love, I'll do it again. And I know you definitely got
to have vision.
And up here on the Chocolate Mountain, we only do one dance.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic.
And there's only one rule. Leave my motherfucking F-150.
Don't touch my truck.
Don't touch my truck. And you hear that? Hiya, baby. Not signed up for them, but I just get them. You just get them. Yeah, you can get them. JB Sports, I have them, I'm sure. If I go out to the mall, Dix was like, yeah, give us your credit card now and we'll charge. No, motherfucker, y'all just go charge me. So I know I can get them. So, you know, I don't need them. I got to buy my daughter a pair of Uggs. I got to buy her a new pair of fucking Air Force. Now, y'all know, I showed you all the shoes. She has 4 brand new pair of shoes she don't even wear. She wear the Air Force Ones I bought her in 6th grade. Because, you know, the leather shoes stretch out. Like, why don't you wear the other shoes? And we go out and shit. Why don't you wear the other shoes? Oh, I forgot. You know, I forget I have them, Dad. No, you don't like to. She doesn't like to be like me and be flamboyant with her graciousness. But whatever. She gonna get what she needs for sure. That's some fucked up stories, y'all. It's some fucked up stories tonight. It's debauchery tonight. So I'm gonna have to show y'all a little bit of debauchery. Where is it? Man, I'm gonna try to show this shit right here. God damn. This is some shit. It's a book. The young sister, this is her stuff. So I ain't really gonna show none of this shit. But man, are y'all hip to this shit right here? This is some sick shit. I thought that Brooke Shields shit was sick. But this shit right here, man. This is some, I'm sorry, man. This is Lolita. Look at this shit, man. This chick was 15 when she made, this is the real people that did this shit. She was 14 or 15. So if you want to look up the story, they made a movie out of this shit. Look at this shit. I mean, this was fucking allowed, y'all. This young girl, that this ain't her daddy, she jumps up on this motherfucker and wraps her legs around him. Now, my 12-year-old daughter jumped up in my arms. That's my daughter. She been doing that since she was little. But look at this scene, y'all. This girl, 15. It was still, this is like Tracy, what was her name? Tracy Lauren? Tracy, what's her name? That got her all her shit banned. Look at this shit. This shit was at the movies, y'all. This shit is a book and at the motherfucking movies. I didn't even know about this shit. And this is the standard shit. And like motherfuckers, like I had to check my daughter's mama. I had to check her shit. Like, you gonna move a nigga in? I don't care. Right here. Look at this. This is her man. And he got his arm around her. She's leaned into him. What the fuck is she thinking? She ain't seeing what she looking at. She's like, I got him. That's this look. Look, his arm is around her. Her body is into him. And she ain't noticing this? So this is some foul shit. Thank you to sister that brought this out. Let me see if I can find her. Let me see. No, I guess it didn't do it for me. Sorry. No. Oh, here we go. That ain't all the, but oh, y'all hip to this. This is some cold shit. This is some, that's what you got to do. You got to, these people have leverage. And this is some, these people have leverage, y'all. Now, we just got out of a big nursing strike last summer. Vanita might know about that. I think it was just Hennepin County, but right now, half the school system teachers is looking for new contracts. And this is what they're doing.
Today, something they've been doing for weeks. The teachers at several Anoka Hennepin schools are trying to bring attention to contract negotiations, a process going unusually slowly for districts all across the state.
While it's not impacting class time, it is meant to send a message to the district. Jennifer Hoff is here with what's behind the holdup. Jennifer?
Randy, the union representing teachers statewide reports only 98 districts have settled on a new deal. That's down some 57 from the same.
I hate to be mean, but like her face looked younger than her neck. Like her face has obviously got Botox. And if you get headaches, you can start getting Botox. And they giving you shots to take your headache away, but it's going into your face. But look at the age of her neck and look at the age of her face. But okay, I'm sorry. Let's go.
Same time in 2021. And while it's pretty hard to know why this is happening, experts do point to 3 common themes.
At the end of the day, dozens of teachers are seen leaving several schools in Anoka on what's now known across the district as Walkout Wednesday.
That's where we're at.
Including Natasha Brown-Guin.
We're all, together in this. We're all showing up.
The English teacher, also the building's union rep, who says their contract expired 6 months ago, much like other districts across the state that renegotiate every 2 years.
The last few negotiation rounds, it was a quick settlement, but, sometimes they're not as quick.
The teachers union says at the same time 4 years ago, 185 districts had settled. That dropped to 155 in 2021 to now just 98, or 30% of the state's 330 public school districts. Perplexing experts, especially given the legislature backed billions of education dollars this session.
We just want that passed on so that we work on things such as teacher recruitment, retaining teachers.
The district says its latest offer includes up to a 17% pay raise and $14 million to...
Okay, now, I want all y'all, now this is fucking with y'all. I'm gonna fuck with y'all. Who out there right now where you work got from 2 years ago, got a 17% pay raise. I want one person to write a comment that got a 17% pay raise in 2 years. Not 5, not 4, 17% pay raise. That's what they're asking for. I think that's what the district offered, and they turned it down.
To mostly fund mental health supports and new teachers as the two sides now enter into mediation next month, hoping still to avoid a strike like what happened in 2022 when thousands of Minneapolis teachers went on strike for 3 weeks for the first time in 50 years.
No one wants that.
Okay, I forgot
want
about that.
To just have this, timely and fair, so we can just continue to do what we do.
I'll tell you, as much as, we had all these union-killing presidents, it's good that the teachers stayed pressed. Sick-ass bastard messing with her, yeah. What the fuck they tipping nowadays? They tripping, yeah, sick. Yeah, it's very disturbing. Yeah, it's Lalita. It's a book and a movie, yeah. Yeah, them people. They've been telling you what they are. They just like Brooke Shields. When Brooke Shields and that boy is on the island and shit, she gets pregnant on the island. So, what's the other shit? Oh, okay. This is the story where I'm like, yeah. This shit is funny because they don't show you shit. But I guess he choked this motherfucker, so we'll get into this. We're into debauchery time. 1 hour, I always do debauchery. If I'm going close to an hour, that's when I start the debauchery. Okay, here we go. This is debauchery. Can't really see shit, but we're going to see some debauchery. All right, Hugh, take us away.
Tonight, after this video surfaces on social media of what appears to show a physical altercation between him and a student.
The DeSoto. Wait a minute. She got this cut like a bag? She seriously got this cut like a potato sack. And it kind of looks potato sack-ish. But look at this. This is how a potato sack would look. Why are you wearing this shit, honey? And this is tailor-made. Is this a bodysuit up here? Like, okay, I guess. And you got the tights, but why the potato sack? Okay, let's go.
School district says that teacher was placed on leave as soon as they learned about the video. And our Caroline Vandergriff is in DeSoto tonight with what we know so far.
What we know so far.
This video was taken by a student outside the doors of DeSoto.
Honey, you didn't have to take all the red blush. You could have told him to save some. But let's
high school. It was then.
Okay, isn't it? Okay, it's wintertime, so Little House on the Prairie dress, but let's go.
And shared with us by an independent Dallas journalist.
Okay,
now, we still don't know what led up to the moments that were captured on camera, but we can walk you through what it does show. In the video, you can see
You can't see shit. So apparently he's choking this child, which, that's not a bad move, but let's go.
Teacher holding a student up against a pillar outside the high school. It appears the teacher has his hand on the student's neck.
So he's putting the chokehold like he needed the chokehold at the time. He's like, okay, I'll choke you in one hand, don't move.
That student then falls to the ground.
Sit up, you wanna play?
Some of what is
I don't think he wants to fight anymore.
That is hard to decipher, but you can make out a few phrases.
Respect, man.
After the teacher lets the student get up off the ground, you can clearly hear him say, quote, "Don't you ever try and play me."
Don't try to play him. Don't ever try to play the teacher. The teacher says, don't ever try to play him or he will choke the fuck out you. See, that's a soft story, y'all. That ain't got vision in it. Okay, that wasn't what I was looking for. Oh, check this out. This is debauchery. And this is, okay, I'm going to show you reference. When I start this, I'm going to give you reference. All right, when I get into it. I want to get into it, man. Okay, I want to hear, let's hear what all of them got to say, though. We want to hear all of them got to say. All right, let's give it to you. Let's go.
One of them was...
Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think about this story right here. Now, remember, we had a story here in Minneapolis a few weeks ago where it was assholes. Let's see.
Danger.
Okay, you see that? Why is he all in his legs? They trying to pull the motherfucker out. She already jumped out. Really? Is it this serious?
That's why.
I don't think I've seen anything as significant and as severe as this.
But this November traffic stop in Maple Grove seemed insignificant at first.
Dash camera footage shows a driver talking calmly to officers, even taking a breathalyzer. But after 2.5 minutes, when an officer attempts to search the man, he runs back to the driver's seat. As another cruiser pulls up, the suspect hits the gas, sending one officer to the ground and dragging another more than 40 yards. Prosecutors charged that driver with 2 felonies, obstruction and fleeing a police officer. But the Minnesota Police and Peace Officers Association says that's not enough.
That video could have ended so differently. And it should give everyone a pause, really. And then we don't have any felony assault, no felony assault charge for the perpetrator that committed this act, this intentional act.
I must say, like, they look like Barty Fife. This is some Barty Fife looking shit. Luckily, they didn't murder him. Like, what do you think he had on him where he had to bail?
Officers even taking a breathalyzer.
I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Look, search. He broke on them. He broke on these motherfuckers, boy. He's like, fuck searching me. Fuck searching me. I wonder if he was able to get rid of whatever he didn't want them to search for. Okay, fuck searching me. He said, I took your funky little punk ass PBT. Let's see another angle.
But the Hennepin County Attorney's Office says there's no possible way to prove this was intentional, saying, quote, we need evidence to support charges and prove a case beyond a reasonable doubt. Unfortunately, we are unable to rely on false characterizations of the facts by individuals from interest groups who don't have access to all the evidence in the case.
When an officer's arm is in the door.
You know what that just said? Right here. You know what he just said? What they just said? Where's that? We're unable to rely on false characterization. So they already saying that the cops have their reports false. Rely on false characterizations of the facts by individuals from interest groups who don't access. So it was something foul, and everything they did, it was something foul. For them PBTing him and the stop, it was something wrong. That's what this tells me. Fortunately, false characterizations of the facts. So that tells you right there. It was something wrong that was going to be thrown out. That's why this got dropped.
The case.
When an officer's...
And not dropped, but not charged. And motherfucker, you ain't born in America. Who the fuck your name? I mean, who the fuck are you? Really?
Arm is in the door and is trapped. And the intent of this individual, the defendant, to flee, each foot that goes by is intent for some injury. We have 40 yards.
Alan Henry, WCCO.
Let's get away. Let's leave today.
News.
Maple Grove police say the officer who was dragged missed 2 weeks of work and is still sore.
Oh, where is it at? Where is it? Where we need this one? Let's hear that again. What did he say? What did he say?
And it's still sore. And it's still sore.
Where are we? What are we doing? We're still sore. What are we doing? He was off for 2 weeks. He was off for 2 weeks. What are we doing? He's still sore. That's what he doing. He off for 2 weeks and he's still sore. What are we doing? Off for 2 weeks and he's still sore. I'm sorry. Nick is off for 2 weeks and he's still sore. Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. Off for 2 weeks and he's still sore. I got you. That's some funny shit to me, y'all. That is some funny shit to me. I got a bummer story. Where is it at? I got a bummer sad story. Damn, guess what? Y'all, where? Oh, okay, here it is. This is sad. This is very sad, y'all. You know, I showed you the story the other night. You know, and we had a big puma around the area. And, you know, motherfuckers around here don't play. You know, they was looking for the puma. Did y'all know that? It was a puma around here, and we had niggas looking for the puma. Well, the niggas found the puma. Damn, it's fucked up. I was looking for him, too. Let's hear it.
caught on camera around the West Metro, was killed today, hit by a vehicle on 394.
Our Rob Wilson live in Minneapolis now with more on the way this all ended for the big cat. Rob, for a lot of people, this was kind of sad today to hear about this.
Yeah, certainly wanting to see that this cougar found a way out of the Twin Cities and kept on his journey. The Minnesota DNR says, of course, there's no way to 100% say that the cougar killed on 394 and about Theo Worth Parkway is the same one spotted on cameras in recent days. But given the proximity and given the unlikelihood that there'd be more than one cougar, they're solitary animals, they're fairly certain, again, this is the same one. And it turns out it originated in Nebraska.
For the past few days, he's been caught on cameras prowling the yards of the Lowry Hills area of Minneapolis, and the hopes were that this pretty large cougar would soon find his way out of the Twin Cities. But at 2:15 a.m., an SUV towing a trailer hit the cougar, then swerved into a concrete barrier on westbound 394. The driver was unhurt, but the cougar was killed on impact. On his ear, a tag that showed he was part of an ongoing population and distribution study in Nebraska, where he'd been tagged as a kitten in the summer of 2021, and at some point setting out on his own in search of new territory and female cougars.
It's consistent with how some of these young males move across the landscape from populations where they're established. In fact, they had a cougar a year ago that was radio collared, and a young male that traveled all the way to Springfield, Illinois.
This cougar was a male, not quite 2.5 years old, and weighed somewhere between 100 and 125 pounds. Has now been taken to Grand Rapids, where the DNR will perform an animal autopsy.
Damn, so the cougar got killed. You know, in Death Game 2000, you get a lot of money for killing a cougar, so that's a lot of points. I was looking to run his ass over too, so they got his ass. Because he has no vision. He's a cougar. Cougars have vision. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay. After I show you this, you're probably gonna hate me, but that's okay. I don't mind being hated, but I gotta show this.
There's nothing.
Because this is beautiful. Like, I don't know if y'all understand. Y'all just don't understand what it's like the freedom you have, okay? Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. This is how free it is in the wintertime. Say the ice stays frozen for 4 months, all right? Say the ice stays frozen for 4 months. I can take my $100,000 trailer and park it on any lake I want to, anywhere. That is frozen lake. It doesn't matter. I can go live out there for 3 months. I could probably get mail there. So that's why I'm showing you this. Because I'm going to go live on the lake. That's really my goal. My goal is to live on the lake, fly people in, interview people in my $100,000 lake house, maybe? No, it's a ice house with a bathroom in it, satellite TV, diamond in the back, and all that. Okay? So I'm going to let them tell it. Don't hate me for being great, but that's my goal. My goal is to buy this ice house, fly people in, interview them in the ice house while I'm drinking Elliott Nest. And offering them Elliott Nest and offering them Jungle Brothers, Sour Killer Apple, or whatever their pleasure is. But don't hate me for having dreams. And my dream just came true. So let them tell it. Let's go.
The Ice Castle.
In this week's Finding Minnesota, John Lortzen shows us how a Montevideo company's fish houses have become a popular site in the land of 10,000 frozen lakes.
The Midwest is a part of the country where real estate seems to expand in the wintertime. Once it's cold enough, little cities form on frozen lakes. But these days, it's as much about fine living as it is about fishing.
You could live in this thing if you wanted to.
You could. Basically, you got your full-size
bathroom in here, shower, toilet, sink.
Brett Drexler's dad, Jeff, began building fish houses in Montevideo 26 years ago. He started with a couple, but then demand took off, like a northern at the end of a fishing line.
No clue, no idea that it would grow to be what it is. A little different from the, the plywood box that we used to fish in, for sure.
That's because ice castles, like this American Freedom model, have all the amenities: kitchens and countertops, sleeping quarters, and slide outs for more space.
You got a spot here for a TV?
Well, what do they call it? You could pimp in one of these. I'm just thinking about like setting up a bordello on the ice. Look at this. You could pimp in one of these. Tell me you wouldn't go in these and get you a piece. Wouldn't you feel comfortable? We had a little meal and then we send you in one of these luxury little rooms or even the luxury little loft. You could pimp in one of these. You could be up front here and you could have, 2 girls at a time right here. So, I'm just saying it's a lot of possibilities, y'all. This has a lot of possibilities, don't you think? But okay, or you could have...
And then you got another spot in the back for another TV.
But make no mistake, the houses are as popular in July as they are in January.
Hunt and camp, regular camping, ice camping, extra sleeping at the cabin.
Okay, so if anybody wants to donate, you can donate, and I will put every penny into my $100,000 ice house, where I will do interviews. So if your dream is my dream, and I'm going to tell you what, it doesn't look like the dream of Frozen is going to be this winter. So we might have to have this campaign go into next winter. But next winter, $100,000 ice house. Did you see that marble in my ice house, baby? And I'm going to fly in people and have them come out to the ice house wearing furs while I interview them. That is the dream. So if some of you believe in my dream, give me 25, 55. That will help. More about the ice house.
Ice Castle has grown steadily over the years. They now have 160 employees, and they build from scratch. The frames are put together in one plant before they're moved to the...
Okay. Like I told my woman, my wife, I said her idea is to live in a little house. So not too far from where we live, there's this beautiful place, but it's on a lake. And, really, I could set this up with a little something to keep it out there all year. And then when it melted, it just melted around. But it would take away from my water. So she wants to live in a tiny house. When it's wintertime, she could live in the tiny house all she wanted. I would live in the big house. She would be in the tiny house. And, she would be tiny housing it. Or if she wanted me to join her, I could join her in the tiny house when I'm interviewing people. It's like, we would give her company while we interviewed, and then she would just live out there and be like, I'm tiny housing it. That's what her goal is. So don't want to squash her dream of tiny house. Tell us more about
the next one.
You start off with floor decking, and then it goes to wall building, and then it goes to electrical, and then it goes to spray foam, and then it goes here.
And this is where the final touches are made. No fish house leaves the building without a thorough inspection. That's Jared Stewart's job. He's the production manager and a jack of all trades.
I checked the fiberglass, I checked the stone guard, I checked the frames. When I started, we were doing 2-3 houses a day, and then we went all the way up to 16 houses a day.
80% of what they do is custom made. That includes this fish house caboose. And customers now come from as far south as Tennessee and as far west as Montana.
Back in the day, we had pop-ups. And now we have fish houses that we can take out on the ice and we can cook in them, we can sleep in them.
A far cry from the fish houses Grandpa used to sit in.
Did you check this out? You know what that is up there? It's a generator. You notice that? So, hey, those of you that do like to donate, this is something that I do have the bread for, but it's easier if people would donate and help out. And remember, my wife wants to live in a tiny house. So for 4 months, because we got to have it custom built. I would have a custom built studio on the ice. That's what I'm dreaming of. I want a custom built studio on the ice. I would probably put it not on Lake Minnetonka, but maybe Prior Lake. I would have to find the best internet at where I could satellite everything. And I would be out there. I could go to Lake Minnetonka where it's mansions all around. And they couldn't make me get off the ice. Because, you know, I got to have vision. So we would have the Chocolate Mountain Show on the ice. You know why? Because I've got vision. Wow, the white people stuff. That's the white people. That's the white people. No, everybody can have it. She looks thick though. Cougar's still on the bullshit. Cougar's on the bullshit. Why are you talking about white people stuff? It's not. It's everybody. It's everybody can have this. Put me on some ice, baby. Put me on ice. That's what you call off the grid. You want to go off the grid? Get your ice house. You are off the grid for 4 months. But not this winter. I don't think we're going to get along. It ain't snowing yet, y'all. What is it? It's the 7th. And it ain't no snow. Now, you know, it's a window of winter. Well, this motherfucker get cold up until May. We had a blizzard in May one time. Michigan, I never saw snow past March. Maybe March was the latest I ever saw. Yeah, in Michigan, March was the latest I ever saw snow. Not in this motherfucker. We had 15 inches one May. It's like May 4th or 5th. 15. We had a blizzard. We had a fucking blizzard. My son blew out one of my tires, fucking around, didn't go to school, went over to his now girls, went over to her house, hit the guardrail, fucked my tire up, kept driving, picks me up and doesn't even know the tire's fucked up. Luckily, the tire was on our side, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck did you do to the car? I don't know. This is where children will lie. They will lie to you. I don't know. Then years later, yeah, Dad, I slid. And that's exactly what the tire dude said. Like, yeah, you slid and hit some shit. Fuck my rim up. Fuck my Land Rover Discovery rim up. But we had a blizzard. It melted the next day. I mean, literally melted the next day. Because it was May. So, y'all, this is my dream. And, you know, you're not going to ruin my parade. Because I can get this. I can get it. So if you want to help me get it, make my dream come true, get the custom. I'm gonna make a custom studio. That's what I'm gonna make on the ice. Custom studio on the ice with rooms in it, in the kitchen and everything. Okay, this is some debauchery up into what we call him. We call him God in Pennsylvania, the Gipper. And Gipper, I saw you erased one of my comments, Gipper. You erased one of my comments. I wasn't trying to build my channel about the shifter. I just stated that I already broke it down and I wanted to see what you thought about it, baby. So you was talking about Antichrist, but it ain't no ego thing with me, baby. This is debauchery up in Philadelphia. You know, you can find a lot of debauchery in Philadelphia. I guess because Ben Franklin was a mass murderer is why. Y'all know Ben Franklin was a mass murderer. They found about, 15 bodies under his house? But let's go.
Following breaking news in North Philadelphia right now, Chopper 3, as you can see, is over the scene of a triple shooting. This is on the 2900 block of North Hancock Street. Police tell CBS News Philadelphia 3 people are now in critical condition. We are working to learn more about a suspect or suspects, and of course, we will keep you updated as that information comes into.
3? Like, what do you do where you shoot 3 niggas? You mad at 3 niggas? Damn, it's like anybody out there can get it, huh? Is that what it is? Anybody out there can get it. Anybody out there can get it. Now, who is this? No. I don't know if he'd let me show this, but yeah, Trevor Lawrence fake injury. Rig Sports Media. Look up Rig Sports Media. I ain't gonna play his shit, but look that up. Rig Sports Media. That's what I would look up. Damn, that ain't what I'm looking for. All right, I'm disappointed because it was debauchery all around today. Let's see. Oh, this should be funny to me, y'all. Oh, I went out to the Mall of America and I saw the Barbie exhibit and the Barbie thing. I mean, would you take your children to that? Like when my daughter was a little girl, she would probably ask me. And this is like they put where the Barbie exhibit at the Mall of America is. They put it where the old Hard Rock Cafe is. You know, where all them motherfuckers owned it together. It is literally like card tables and card chairs with Barbie shit rolled all around. Don't waste your money on this shit. Don't let your children talk you into wasting your money. Look it up. You can see the card tables. These little cheap tables. This was once a big fancy double floor restaurant. Yeah, don't fall for that shit if y'all come here. Don't make that a reason you came here. Because that shit is some bullshit. What? What kind of crash? What is that? I saw this earlier. This is some funny shit. Like, you know, it's some bad motherfuckers have bad luck and shit. This is like what they call Teddy Pendrix talking about bad luck. This is some bad luck. This is the opposite. This is some stupid sounding shit. But you know, this is some melanated stuff. So here we go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it known.
Here at 6, charges are now in for a man who police say was driving drunk with a child on his lap.
Saturday night, somebody called 911 concerned that a driver was swerving into oncoming traffic.
What are we doing? Apparently we're driving what?
Driver was swerving into oncoming traffic.
No, what was he doing?
Driving drunk with a child on his lap.
What are we doing?
Say was driving drunk with a child on his lap.
What are we doing?
Say was driving drunk with a child on his lap.
What are we doing?
A Saturday night, somebody called 911 concerned that a driver was swerving into oncoming traffic. Police say there were actually 4 children in that car. Fox 9's Karen Scullen joining us from our newsroom with more on what happened. Karen?
Well, police say there are generally more impaired drivers on the road during the holiday season. But this stop this past Saturday night was incredibly dangerous for the 5 in the car, as well as anyone on the road.
He's accused of DWI and endangering the lives of children. It all unfolded Saturday night. Robbinsdale police caught up with Thomas McGowan at 39th Avenue.
Oh, this nigga still got a perm, or is this a Jerry curl? You know, this is Slimmy. This is Cincinnati Red. You know, look at him. He don't seem concerned at all. He's like, hey, what's happening? Let's go.
McGowan at 39th Avenue and Noble Avenue North after a witness saw the car swerving.
Stopped the car, went up, found a 4-year-old child partially zipped into the driver's jacket with the child's hands on the steering wheel.
What? What? Zipped into the what? What? Zip? How? What?
Jacket with the child's
what?
Child partially zipped into the driver's jacket.
Wait. How? So, okay. Like, I'm going, when my daughter was 4, I put her in the jacket and I zip it up kind of behind her and her hands are driving. I don't, how does that work? Okay, tell me more.
The child's hands on the steering wheel.
Seeing a 4-year-old sitting on somebody's lap that's driving a car, immediately you know that this is not a good situation.
McGowan told police he was driving the kids to a birthday party, but got lost along the way. police something they couldn't believe.
The officer asked the driver, "What is this?" He said, "Well, I want the child to learn how to drive." Very strong odor of an alcoholic beverage emitting from the interior of the vehicle.
Elders said he failed field sobriety tests and gave a false name to police.
But he was drinking, but he wasn't driving. The little child that had the hands on the steering wheel, I was drinking, but I wasn't driving. He would be right. He was drinking, but he wasn't driving. I'm drunk, but I was drinking, but I wasn't driving. All right, let's go.
That's a child on the driver's lap, 3 others with no car seats or seat belts.
Wait, this nigga, wait. This nigga had... Wait a minute. Okay, how did this nigga end up with 3 children? Or is it 4? He had 4 children. Whose 4 children just gave it to this drunk nigga? Like, really, when he was sitting there, you didn't say, well, Henry or James or whatever the fuck his name was, you know, last time we left you with him, you got drunk and you had the children driving around drunk. Somebody had to see this nigga where he wasn't driving. I doubt he went around and picked these children up. How many of y'all think? Vote right now. Who votes for that people, he wouldn't pick the children up. They was like, hey, Henry, you okay. Take the child to the birthday party. Niggas left him with these children, and he had keys to a car. And they was like, hey, Henry, you got to take us to the party. Henry was like, I'm drunk, but I'm not going to drive, so sit here. I'm going to zip you into my coat. Just hold on. I'll push the gas. You just go make it even. Like, how did he even come up with, like, I've never, like, I guess if me and my daughter, we was about to die and I needed to, we shared body heat, I guess I would zip her into my coat, but I couldn't think of any other way.
Was there to take care of the children ages 4 to 8.
It's something that you know what could happen because we've gone out to it however many times, and you know what can be the end result, and you definitely...
Okay, this is one ugly motherfucker, you know, like his pimping, like you see no children pictures and he's got a picture of Daniel Boone right there, but goddamn, he's the ugly dude. But let's go.
We don't want that.
Court records show McGowan has had numerous DWI convictions dating back to 1992.
He has DWIs for 10 years, so that's what he does. That's his job, is to get DWIs.
In addition to old drug charges.
Okay, so still, who left 4? 1, 2, 3, 4 children with him, knowing that he has 10 DUIs in the last 10 years. He has 5 total DUI. Wait, okay, he has 5, so he gets a DUI every other year. Every other year he gets a DUI. So who left him knowing he had the DWI? I want to see the parents. Where's the parents of these children that left him with him? And he does drugs. He probably get him some crystal meth or some crack and shit, and probably smoke him a blunt or 2. I wouldn't doubt it.
Charges and tampering with an interlock system, the device that's supposed to keep impaired drivers from getting behind the wheel.
Oh, he didn't give a fuck. He'll drive and blow whatever.
This woman who called...
You need to jog a little bit, baby. You pretty young for all that fat around your neck. You need to get in shape, and you're pretty red-faced. I bet you got hypertension and diabetes. What is he drinking? Let's look around him. Okay, I bet you got hypertension, though, buddy. Let's go.
Told us on this, very likely saved a life. This individual blew 2 times the legal limit.
So he blew 1.8 or 2. But look at his eyes. This ain't drunk. This is meth or crack. This is meth or crack eyes. These ain't drunk eyes. This is meth or crack. See this? Calm face. This is meth or crack. But look at the way his eyes are arched open. And I can't say the dilation because of the camera, but just the alertness of the eyes. It's meth or crack. Probably crack.
Now, McGowan should have never been behind the wheel, drunk or sober, as he doesn't have a driver's license. It was also not his car that he was driving. For now, he remains in the Hennepin County Jail with his first court appearance.
That nigga's up under the clock. For those of Minneapolisans, that nigga's up under the clock. Oh my goodness. That's why I had to. That shit was, excuse me. That shit was kind of funny to me. You know, it was safe though. Safe. Oh, let me interrupt debauchery. I'm gonna have some fun with y'all. So, you know, one part of the thing I like, and you know, what is it? What did I say?
Limousine, and every time I'm seen, I got to be clean.
What did he say?
I'm seen, I got to be clean.
Every time I'm seen, just like, you know, I've got last year's tech. This is the uniforms they wore, the Timberwolves I wanted before, you know. So, you know, I am one of the finery fires dressing. You know, especially sports dressing. You're going to be hard pressed to see a motherfucker that podcast that looks as good as I do. Let's tell it what it is. You're going to be hard pressed to find a person on this motherfucker that always looks in sportswear good as I do. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Some of you niggas is in tennis shoes. I'm into everything. I wear it all. All right, but I love shoes too, so this is some shoe shit. So, we got a motherfucking box. And let's check out what's in the mother. This is not good to do the sharp knives. And it's never sharp. Never cut towards yourself. You should cut away. Let me say that. It's still sharp. And I will hatchet you. You know, motherfucker run at me, he might get hatchet. You be like, God damn, I might scalp you. Like, think about it. If somebody fuck with you and you shot him or knocked him down or stabbed him, would you scalp him too? You know, grab him, just, it doesn't kill him. Scalping him doesn't kill him. Just kind of humiliates them. They walk around with brain head the rest of their lives. So what can it be? Ooh. Ooh. Come down. How's it go? Come down this on. Come down this on. Come down this on. Come down this on. What was banging in here? Something's banging in here. What did they give me? Oh, okay. Well, this is the box. Jordan. And it says Air Jordan 8 Retro Winter. So let's see. The paper looks crisp. Doesn't that turn you on? Like the sound of paper and new tennis shoes? That doesn't turn you on. Who are you? Doesn't that just turn you on? You'd be like, yes. Love that part. I love that part. Ooh, what do we have? Come down design. Come down design. We have here, what are they called again? Air Jordan 8 Retro Winter. And this is what we have. We used to call these the bug bunnies, the bugs bunnies. What you have is a suede toe. But look at the furries. They keep your foot warm. Keep your foot warm. Look at that. Look at that thickness. What do you think? Ooh. Now, what do I say about this? Let me show you something. Now, if you compare these two, as you can see, this is really a bulkier shoe. This is more streamlined. This is bulkier. No, I know it's hard to see, but if you look at this stance, that's a broader stance than these. So these are really gonna look good in the 501s. So yeah, new buck. Now, this is, I don't remember type of 6 rings, but you see. But this is, you can't wear this when it's cold. It'll protect you when it's wet. These is waterproof. But when it's cold, they're no good. But they still, these are still stiff. Pretty wide. You need boosts. So this is a great in-between. It's not really bulky for winter boots and still gives you that tennis shoe look. You feel me? So this is the Air Jordan Winterize. I ain't worried of motherfuckers. Oh, I got these 14s because I got to put my custom orthotic in here. So they only go in 14s. So that's why I had to get this 14s. I'll probably be wearing these most of the time. I'm going to spray them. I don't know if I'm going to hit these with mink oil. Maybe though, because mink oil is great. I'm just trying to tell you. This shit right here. I put this on my LeBron 2021s. Because I went out and they got a little snow on them. I was like, oh yeah, okay. If I ever wear these in snow again, But mink oil, I used to put this on my football shoes. This is how I clean my football shoes. So I'm going to put some of this on this. I'm going to test it. But because mink oil is waterproof, it keeps that salt off your shit. So even though this is nubuck, I don't know. I might spray these. I might just get spray. Silicone really is good with nubucks. I might just spray these. I haven't worn them, so I can't say, but more sweetness. So on to the next pair. That's what I say. On to the next pair. What do y'all got to say? Just dropping it to give positive vibes. Thank you, Jet Reed. Thank you, Jeff Reed. Jet Reed, I appreciate it. Positive vibe, be easy. You have to make this music. Well, thank you, Jeffrey, for coming in. I appreciate it. You might be gone now. Look good, but I don't see them winning anything. You're wrong. Those are winterized 8s. Yeah. These are the winterized 8s. Yeah. And right now they only come in one colorway. There's a couple other winter shoes out there too. Funny thing is, it ain't no winter yet. But I'm gonna see first if I can put the arches in them with the insoles, or if I have to take them out. Probably gonna have to take them out, and so I'll be wearing them most of the time. So I've got about 5 pair of Nike boots, so, and I had a pair. What did I do with them? Maybe I gave them to my son, or but they was like a pair of waterproof Gore-Tex. Like, I noticed the shoes I bought for my son were Gore-Tex that I bought for him, and I think I sprayed them too. But I'm telling y'all, man, if you wear your tennis shoes in the wintertime, put this mink oil. You can get any kind. Mink oil is mink oil. But this shit, it'll protect your shoes. Now, get your rag. Get one of them, what do they call the rags? Get you one of them kind of rags. Get you a brush. Put mink oil on the shoes. Rub it off. Brush it off. All right? Rub it off. Brush it off. Like you shine shoes, So it'll keep your shoes. You hit any bull games? You go. Hey, I'll tell you what. Do you go snowboarding? Now, I've told you before. I live near a hill. I live near a ski hill, and they want $60 for a half hour to snowboard. No, to what they do around Christmas or New Year's. They open it up where you can tube, and it's $60 for a half hour. I think skiing is $60. So I don't do none of that shit. I might too, but that looks like it might hurt my back. I definitely ain't snowboarding. But I live right next to it. I mean, literally, like people park where I live. Like I live in row houses up here on this hill, and the big hill is right next to me. Like I've said before, I've been bitching, when they make snow, it's snow. Like they made snow because it stayed 28 a couple days. Once it gets, below freezing at 28, 29, they start making, taking, it's that cold. They can pull cold air and make snow. But then it fucking snows after they did that, but it went away. So it ain't no snow up here. Not no real snow like we had last year. But if you come up here and you are skiing, snowboarding, tubing, motherfucker, it's right here by me. I live on Buck Hill, and Buck Hill Ski Resort. It ain't a resort. It's just a place where you can go ski. And like you park your car and they come get you and take you over there to ski. You can take the rope up or you can take the lift. So yeah, I live near that shit. I haven't been to, not Bulls games. We were thinking about tonight, but my wife was stuck at work. I think we looked at LeBron and them tickets is 150 down below, like off, but still first level. We think we go to Pelicans, the tickets was in half. It was the 140 tickets turned into $60 tickets and still on the first level. So I think we're going to see the Pelicans. My brother-in-law been to 2 games. He been to 2 games. He got a friend got season tickets and his friend just kicked it down. He took my nephew and my niece. He took them to the game. So, and I'm going to see I might buy these other tickets though. For $400 where we went before in Mystic Lake section. The tickets I guess was $350, but I found a dude selling tickets. Yeah, so I don't know, for $200. Them $350 tickets he's selling for $200. So I don't know, but I'm going Christmas Eve. We already locked in Christmas Eve. And then I'm definitely going pimping. We're going to a jazz concert on the 16th. So that's just gonna be cool. Cooler than the motherfucker. Take the edible. We're gonna have dinner that motherfucker. And then it's one of my best friend's guys. Nigga gonna dress up. I'ma dress up, I love Men's Warehouse. Since I got to Texas from there, I done bought some other shit. So, I'm gonna go up in there like a motherfucker. Godfather hat. Hate, my feet can't take gaiters anymore. Even the comforter, they ain't no more comfortable gaiters. But, I'm definitely Godfather hat, dressed up, dress coat, probably a Kango or, gang Godfather hat, but, dressed up. So, and, I'm going to tell you, if the Vikings keep losing, when I go see Christmas Eve, I'm going to wear Detroit shit. They ain't like Philadelphia. Like, they ain't like Philadelphia. Back in the 80s, one time I went down there and old Vet Stadium had a jail. They didn't play that shit. Stephen A. Smith even tell you a story where motherfuckers don't wear that bullshit in Philadelphia because you got to walk to the stadium. Y'all understand this. You got to walk through them Philadelphia neighborhoods. Don't wear that bullshit. I told people the week before when the Vikings played them up there, like, don't wear that bullshit. Hide that shit till you get in and then expose it because they don't play that shit. It was a jail. Do y'all got smash rooms? Here we go. Do y'all got smash rooms? Wherever you live, can you go pay to have a smash room? Because my daughter on her birthday back in August wanted the smash room. That shit was like $225 per person. This is what they have in the new stadium. They have a smash room. The hockey stadium has the same thing. And what they do is they bring shit so you could break. So instead of people fighting each other in Philadelphia, you can go into a smash room and tear some shit up because, you love the team so much. But that's what smash room is. Fuck that. I ain't paying that shit. Go knock on the tree. So, yeah, so we're looking at we probably Zion. That's right, the Pelicans. So that's let's look at the schedule. Let me see. I got it up here. No, I don't. Where are we at? Oh, here we go. So what were we looking at? So we're at, let's see more games. So where are we at? We're bouncing into the 8th. That's away. That's C6, 8th, away. Is this away? Yeah, it's got to be away. Okay, yeah, away. 14th is away. Pacers. 16th is the Pacers. We're going to the club that night. This is the one we looked at right here. Lakers. They really inflated the prices. Okay. We were looking at, yeah. The Pelicans was in, okay, right here. January 3rd. We were looking at here. Yeah. Yeah, maybe even this one. We might make this one. Pelicans is in here. Yeah, right here. 3rd, and we might get to 30th. So somewhere, yeah, we're going to hit one of these this month, the next couple months. There's a lot of good games. So yeah, we're going to hit these. I'm thinking this one, but if we can get a deal here, we're going to call, the guy that, we're going to call one of my friends and see if he's got they got tickets for the Timberwolves too. And I hate I didn't take, he offered to take me, me and my wife both, to a hockey game, and we should have went. It's just, be doing shit. Just be doing shit, y'all. So yeah, that's my thing, that's my thing. Yeah, I'm going to the Vikings game on Christmas Eve. We already got the tickets. We sitting up top though, but I don't give a fuck. My daughter ain't gonna care. We're gonna be up in that bitch. On the 24th, Christmas Eve, against the Lions, me and my daughter, my son, my best friend, and his 2 children, we gonna be up in that bitch in row 303. Cause we gonna be where I was, where we was right up top. I'm telling you, I was like, oh shit, we gonna be right up here. I was looking around, I was like, oh shit, I'm right here now. Next time I come in that bitch, I'm gonna be up there. So that's all right too. I'm gonna be up in that bitch. Cause hell, the tickets was $60, so it wasn't like they free. It shit cost me $180. Cause it's kind of like my daughter's Christmas present, and then my son for being in the wedding. And plus, the last 3 years, he's bought tickets for me. So we always make a game at least one. So and then we're gonna definitely see the Wild play too. My friend said his firm has Wild. I didn't know his firm has things for see the Gophers. So, and I feel bad about the Gophers because my man Duncan Garcia plays there, and Duncan should have been in the league. It's kind of he has some unfortunate events, and so I hope he doesn't get stuck. I hope he really can, because right now he's not around a good team. But Duncan can play. Duncan's 6'11", y'all. So he's with the Gophers, and the Gophers ain't very good. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. So, on the 16th, we going to the Jazz Club, and they serve good food. And I mean, just think about how good a time you can have. You can take edibles. You can hit this right before you go. You hit this a couple times with the edibles, you be in there. And you be inside and just take an edible, and it just keeps it going. You ain't got to go outside and smoke. That's the beauty of this world. That's the beauty of this world. You take what is given and say, okay, the technology says I can just take this thing and I'm joyful again. Joyful again, but that's right on. That's what I would say. Right the fuck on. We adapt. That's what we really do. We adapt. And like I was watching The Shifter, and like one beautiful thing is like no matter how fucked up it is in today, we can still see the beauty when we see it. And that's your humanism. Like with me, and I always talk about this, me being in the sacred ball field, and I see whatever they do in it. And it just charges me, and I give energy back. Because I take being the holder, this shit is me. When I say I'm the holder of the infinite sacred ball game created by the Hero Twins, that shit is on me. So I get charged up in any of them. And I give it back out when I get it. And, when I go to the pro stadium, despite it being fixed, it's a supercharge for me because of what they're drawing. Who you think winning is the season tournament? I think it's going to be Giannis versus Bron. Yeah. I don't know. They're really pushing Indiana. So I wouldn't be surprised if Indiana beat them. And so I'm just trying to think the correlation of the ABA. You know, in the NBA, you have to, if Indiana wins, you have to think ABA. And what's the correlation with the Lakers? Cleveland, ABL more. Well, yeah, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, ABL. I don't know. I think they want LeBron to shine. Halliburton, everybody on him. So and Zion. I mean, Zion is like, it's interesting. The cat, like it's. I'm gonna tell you, it's only one dude. Like Dr. J said, the hardest dude he ever guarded was Adrian Dantley, and Adrian Dantley is the only person that you can really compare Zion to. And Adrian Dantley was only 6'5", 6'6" at the most. Now, he wasn't athletic. He head faking you. He just could get by everybody. Zion is athletic Adrian Dantley. And let me tell you, people don't understand. When I tell you, like, Adrian Dantley got by everybody. Dude 6'5", got by everybody. Like, he was unguardable. Like the year when they got knocked out, remember the year Pistons lost to Magic when Isaiah hurt his ankle? Remember? He was killing the Lakers. He literally had to get knocked out to get put out of one game. Y'all remember that? Adrian Dantley got knocked out one game. He was giving them that work. Couldn't jump, but strong. But around the basket. And that's a game that ain't taught no more. Beat him on the dribble. That was the cats from Kalamazoo. We was the best in the state at that. We beat you on the dribble. Now, Battle Creek cats was baseline. Mark White, best I ever saw. And I said one of my friends that passed, Ricky Duvall, too. But Mark is like, the ball's like a yo-yo, but I'm getting baseline. Ain't nothing you gonna stop me. No, doesn't matter how big you are. Once I'm inside, I'm scoring. And that's how Mark was. Just all the points on both sides of the baseline. Ricky, too. Just killing people from baseline to baseline. This is their whole game. And so Zion is that. Taking people to the basket. That's why shoot your little shot? Like Adrian Dantley had good fundamentals, so he had a 6-footer, 7-footer, 8-footer. Just as his jump shot. Zion was never taught to shoot. And that's a failure. That's the failure of, you got a child that's a big guy, you don't teach him how to shoot. That was a failure. High school failure, his mentor, his stepfather. That was their failure. They didn't teach that young man how to shoot. They put a lot of hype around him and didn't give him, the proper, to round his game. Because going to the hoop, you can do it, and you really don't have to take a beating. It's like I've said, Adrian Dantley wasn't a high leaper and none of that. So you don't really, need the great athleticism to take people to the hoop. And that was really me, mid-range, but everybody to the basket. Like nobody could stop me to the basket. So the sacred ball game, indeed. No way LeBron not in it though. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree. But that's how I look at it. That's like you can't look at anything the way I dress. I've dressed like this since I was a child. Baseball hats. Been wearing them since I was like I hate I lost that picture. I had a Smokey the Bear hat. I said this weeks ago. My first baseball hat was a Smokey the Bear baseball hat. My daughter just bought one from Target. It's so funny. It's corduroy and shit. That she picked that one. But so I've dressed like this, and I've lived all the tennis shoe stuff. That's why I love them so much today. I lived all of it. I'm like I said, I'm 2 years older than Michael Jordan. I'm younger than his older brother James, but I'm older than Mike. And where he lived compared to where I lived, I don't know what the resources he had. Compared on what I could buy, he could buy. It's hard to say. Like, did he have Buster Browns, Beta Bullets, Red Ball Jets? Betas is what you look at Bill Russell. He wore betas in his career. And, you can go on, what is it called, Pinterest, and you can see some of these shoes. They got them. Pro Kids, And so, I grew up with this, and it's glad that this brother, I love that. To see the Jordan on shit. That's great. I mean, that gives us power. That's power to that. It's not a matter of him selling out. It's a matter of showing us and featuring us. That's great. You know, there's nothing to hate on. It was like, really, I'm gonna tell you, like I liked when Puffy's clothes, the Sean John, I would buy him just because of him. Cross colors, FUBU, I was buying that shit because of them. Kara Kanai. Now Jabot is the only clothes I really didn't get into. I must say, I never owned that shit. Wasn't they straight legs or something and the funky colors? I never got into them. That was never a thing to me. But the rest of it, you know, I remember when Echo first came out, it was like, hey, they ruined it. When then people started wearing it, it's like, yeah, we ain't wearing this shit no more. I'm telling you, I had an Echo shirt that was it was a turtleneck sweater with the big ass rhino on the front, like the rhino's right here. And that shit was so stiff. A turtleneck with the rhino. And it was a picture of rhino back then. And you wear the Echo, you know, Echo dress, the dress jeans, or even the Echo dress pants. Shit. But some people ruined them clothes, so we couldn't wear them anymore. So that's a story too. That's a story too, for sure. But yeah, I've always been into clothes. Like my senior year, what really became popular in 78, you know, again, my senior year was 78, 79, was the Ho Chi Minh shirt, which was the no collar shirts, you know. That came from the North Vietnamese army, but it was called Ho Chi Minh shirts. So a lot of my pictures my senior year, you know, I went to a place called Chess Kings, and they, for some reason, you know, pushing them Ho Chi Minh shirts. And some of them was like thicker cotton, and some of them was more like a dress one. So I had a nice one that was like maybe a root beer stripes in it, but it was more of a dress one. All that shit was, you know, it was stiff back then. Motherfuckers, I've always been, you know, I'm gonna tell you how great, like how I followed fashion. Like I'm telling you, my senior year, I'm wearing wingtips to school every day. I'm wearing Hager pants, some kind of dress shirt. Now in 10th grade, 9th grade, we was still wearing them silky shirts with the big shit on the back. My sweetest 9th grade shirt that I took a picture in for my picture date was, it had a cue ball right here, and on the back of the shirt, like you see on Vans and shit, it had the pool ball set up. It was a silk shirt. Wearing that kind of shit, you know? But my senior year, we wearing Hagers, dress shirts, and at the end of the year, it was white dress shirts with white collar shirts. You know, London fog jackets and shit in the wintertime. And I've told the story before of fucking trying to push a car that's stuck on ice, and we fucking wearing Stacey Adams. We wearing fucking patent leather Stacey Adams, and this nigga's stuck on ice. We got shoes with no grip. And he's talking about push. He's like, niggas, we wearing Stacey's. Nigga, why do you park here? But we used to wear fucking wingtips, you know, 78, 79. That never go out of style. Never go out of style. So, I've always loved clothes. And, you know, warm-ups and shit is natural for me. That's been my whole life. Now, I've watched this evolve where it's okay to wear this kind of stuff, you know. And I love wearing jeans. I love 501s. I've only wore Levi's almost all my life. I think I've had Wranglers. That's it. No, I had some Brooks Brothers. Trying to think. Maybe every now and then when I was younger, Lee's. But mostly Levi's. And now that's pretty much all I'll buy if I buy jeans is Levi's. 501s. That's it. 501s. The 541s is better for boots. I got a couple pair of them. But that's, you know, that to me, that never gets old. That's my style. So, whatever you enjoy. I live here in the Midwest. You can wear Levi's all year round. You niggas that live out in California, you can't wear Levi's all year round. It get too hot sometime. And like, I like, we watch games in Arizona and California. You niggas wearing puffer coats, and it's 60 degrees, and you're wearing a puffer coat? We wear hoodies. Today it was 40. I went out today, 40 degrees, 43 degrees high today. Hoodie. Something like this. Hoodie. think I wore a motherfucking polo hoodie, the white one. That's what I wore out today. I wore a baseball coat till we went to dinner tonight. We went to Chili's. That's kind of our spot. It's near the crib and shit. They make shrimp fajitas. Shrimp fajitas. You feel me? Shrimp fajitas and the Timberwolves. And they have Surly Fury on tap. You feel me? I can just sit there, watch the game, look at my beautiful wife, eat fajitas while the Timberwolves are glorious in winning. Life is fun and life is good. Life is fun and life is good. And I hope it's good for you. And I hope you enjoy whatever the fuck you do. Because that's what life is about, is enjoying yourself. Like Richard Pryor says, have fun and plenty of it. Like, it's funny, you know, it's like what's funny is brothers getting caught up, you know, they've been shaming brothers, you know. It's like they you can see it's probably fake, you know. The dude's like, hey, I had a vasectomy. And, you know, how you pregnant? That goes back to some Young and the Restless shit. Remember Victor had the vasectomy and Nikki got pregnant. All I mean, that's some shit from the 70s, you know? So we wonder if it's real or not. And you got the woman just, you know, like, I can't trust you. Wait a minute. It's only one subject. You got pregnant. I can't get you pregnant. I got weak. The skeet come out weak. They cut it right there and it comes out weak. Why would you give that away? You could be 75 years old and smash somebody and they'll have a daughter. Because you really got to be a bad motherfucker to be after 50. Because most time when you have children in your 40s and 50s, it'd be daughters. Which is great too. My youngest two are daughters. I'm 50 years old, one of them I'm 40 plus. Well, they 6 years apart, so what was I? Let me see, Cam, I'm 40 years older than Keelan, I'm 42 years older, so I think my daughter, I'm 44 years older, maybe something like that. So you got to be a bad motherfucker to have children when you get in your 40s and 50s and be sons. My youngest son is 21. Yeah, my youngest son is 21. So I had him when I was 41, 42. But, you know, he was deformed. You know, my son was deformed. Yeah. And, you know, I've talked about it before. And I'm not ashamed of my deformed son. You know, I tease him about it often. Let's see. Oh, this is bullshit. Where is his ass at? Damn, he was in pictures. Where'd he go? Okay, okay. Is it here? Maybe. Where's he at? Where's my deformed son? He's not here. He's not it. Damn, where's he at? It's like Big Pontiac looking for his deformed son. We don't know what to do about it. Where is he at? He's not in videos. No. Definitely not there. Where is this dude at? He is not in any of these. He is not in these pictures. It's a picture of just him and I. Well, I can probably, let's see. All right. This is as good as I can get. Okay. This is my youngest son. He's about 6'8". I'm sorry, but look at his head compared to my head, her head. You see that, how giant his head is? Now, this is a lot of hair too, but look at that head, look at that head, my head, and look at his head. Now, he is 6'8", but his head is giant, okay? You see how giant that head is? He's got an OJ head. And did you ever see Living Color when they had Officer Head? My son was born with just a head. he like had a body about that big when he was a baby, but the head was like a fully grown man shaped head with a little baby body like that. And he literally had to grow into, you know, the head had to grow into the body, or the body had to grow into the head. So we kept him walked around with like, what do you call it, a bowling bag. So, you know, we put his head in the bowling bag and walked around because it was like just a little body. What do they say? Be Bo Lottie, he got bigger head than he got body. That's how he was, you know? So he had a big giant man head, but a little boy body. And so about a year, he kind of like could hold his weight up on his giant head. And, you know, he looked normal by then. But he was handicapped at one time because his head was so big. They didn't know what to do with it. See, look, his head is still really big. He still really got a giant big head. So I'm not ashamed of that. I raised him with his big ass head. You know, I don't feel bad about his big head at all, you know? I was, you know, like, what do you do when your son is, you know, is a man? You're looking at this baby and the baby's got a full head of a man, but a little bitty body. What do you do about that? You just like, okay, well, this is different. Will he take milk? They say, yeah. Will he shit? They say, yeah. Okay. What else do we need to do? Just put him in the bowling bag and don't let him get hurt. All right. And eventually he'll grow out of it. I don't know if he growed out of it. He grew into that head. He didn't grow out of it. He grew into the head. I must say, he grew into the head. So he didn't grow out of it. He grew into it. It's like every day we pray. We're like, please, Lord, make his head and his body match. Please, Lord, make his head and his body match. And finally, one day it's like, oh, okay. He came downstairs and he's like, oh, it kind of matches today, son. You know, we put like tape, you know, to tape his head kind of up and shit. So his head would be kind of... But yeah, that's what we had to go through. So that was rough. That was rough, y'all. See, y'all think I'm joking and stuff, and it's rough being a parent that has a child with a giant head. It's not the same. Y'all wouldn't know what to do. Y'all would have gave up. You know, y'all have been like Prince, like y'all, he's got that giant head. We can't have to take him home. That's how Prince was. He didn't want to take the baby home. Like, giant head? No, hell no. See, I had passion. You know, even though he had a giant head, I was like, I can still. My ex-wife was like, no. What? And so she was like, no, I don't. I want to love him with the giant head. I'm like, okay. You gonna breastfeed him? She wouldn't even breastfeed him. She was like, no, I can't breastfeed him. It's like a man. She was like, no, he looks too much like a man for me to breastfeed. She wouldn't breastfeed him. She's like, well, it looks like a man head. So like, no, I love him and I know it's a baby, but the head looked like a man, so I can't breastfeed him. So we stuck the bottle in him. And he didn't even like the first formula. He was just shitting that out. You know, a little bitty body. You wouldn't think a little bitty body like that with a man head. Oh my goodness. And you know, the diapers was the little bird. You know, you can buy diapers for birds. At first, we bought diapers for him for birds. You know, them little bitty shaped diapers and shit. And every day, the more we fed him, the body came out. Boom, boom, boom. And I say, one day he walked up in here like, who the fuck is you? He's like, hey, it's me. I'm like, oh shit, you walking and shit. He couldn't really talk, but he's like, oh shit, what is that? Oh, that's him. That's Keelan. Like, goddamn, you got a body now. You walking and shit. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know. We like, damn. For so long, we had to carry him around in the bowling bag and be so special. And then one day he's walking around. We're like, God damn. We didn't never think you could walk. We thought you was a little creature and shit. He was walking and talking and wanting shit. Like, okay, you take that shit. Whatever you want, take it. No, I have fun with him. But his head is really giant. I'm trying to find some pictures and they're stifling me. But he has a giant head. Let's see, is it in this shit? No, it is not. Because he has a super giant head. But I don't know, it'd just be funny. You know, to tease your children. And there's no pictures of us in this group of pictures. It's funny. This group is not us. Oh, I think he's in this one. Let's see. Will this play? No. Oh, a little bit. Okay, maybe this will give me him. This giant head. Okay. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Look how big his head is compared to everybody else. Look at this. He's 6'8", so he's obviously bigger than everybody, but look at his head. See, little head, little head, little head, little head, the smallest head. But look at this. You see how you got one giant head right there? Like, I know he's 6'8", and he's 6'6". He's about 6'5", 6'4". He's about 6'2". And I'm 6 foot. You know, I've been 6 foot forever. I'm dunking on most of them. But you see how giant his head is? I think it's a close-up picture of him where his giant head is somewhere. Where's his giant head? There's a close-up picture with his head giant. I think it's the next one. Where is it? No, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Now look. Little head, giant head. You see that? See these giant little heads, and look how the giant his head is. See, he's got a big head with big hair. So it makes a double look. That's my son. I love him. It's funny. It's funny with him. He's the closest to my wife, and he's, him and my daughter are the closest just because of their age. He was 8 or 9 when she was born, and they've just always been naturally close. What's funny is he picked her up. It's probably 3 or 4 years ago. He picked her up, and when he picked her up, she farted in his face. He didn't know what to do. He wanted to slap her down, but he's like, I can't slap my little sister down. It's so funny. She couldn't even tell the story, but he picked her up and she fired it right. I mean, she got him good, like, leave her alone. But they're the closest, so yeah. But we do our best. That's all we can do. We do our best to raise adults that adults can be functional in society. That's all. And with all the brainwashing, in school, we challenge them to say, okay, despite what they teaching you in school, learn that and pass that, but we're going to give you some homeschooling that they ain't going to tell you. And that's what our job is. I mean, whatever our family has, whatever magic we pass between each other, whatever special thing that our families come from or have done, we pass that. And we say, you got to look at this because this is in you. This is installed in you. This is in your DNA. So if this is something you can pull out or your children can pull out, we're going to start opening us up or try to wake this up. So one of us in the family starts getting this. And that's how magic works. And that's the true part of your elders that you want to take, you want to take notice of. Those of you that still have elders around. How did they do the magic that they did? Pick up on that. I mean, women that you don't even understand. Like, you don't even pay attention to, the people the women that have intuition and how they make it work. I mean, women that just don't scam on dudes. Women can make, miracles. And maybe we need to show that the women that can make miracles happen. I mean, Dick Gregory talks about it, Mother had 8 or 9 children, and, she was able to provide for them. Hustling. Where are those women's stories? And there are women that hustle by themselves. And, this ain't bashing no man, but there are women that was able to get it by themselves. That was pushed for a long time. That's the Claudine. But also there are women that, just get it when they with their man. They choose their man and they go get it. Whatever they do, they go get it. And their man is they rock, they base, they family, and they go get it. Say, okay, my man doing this thing, well, I'm going to go get it and he going to help me with all this. That still happens, America. It ain't about us against them. Lames that can't get women and want to talk about because we can't get women. I don't understand a motherfucker that ain't got girls since they was in junior high. That's hard for me to understand. Now, if you don't really like girls, okay. But if you ain't been dating since you was in junior high, if you ain't have girlfriends even in grade school, that ain't trying to sexualize people quickly. I'm just saying that's just the way it goes. We like each other. I had girls calling me. I had one girl, she didn't even have a phone in her house. She had a pay phone. So if you called her, it was free. and she could talk long as she wanted to. So like an old party line almost. Later, I used that to my hustling advantage, that you could call payphone to be a free phone. But I remember that in elementary school. She lived across the street from the school, didn't have a phone in the house. So she had to use the payphone in the hallway to call me. And then, payphones had a time amount. So she's like, just call me back at this number, I'll answer. Sure enough, call her back. Junior high. Should have been your most communicative time with the opposite sex. Are you calling different girls? Your best friend is a girl? You know how many girl best friends call me every day? I don't like him, but I'm his best friend. Y'all had that? Where girls want to be there but beside you, but they ain't with you, but they want to be there beside you. But they your best friend call you every day. I luckily had cousins like that. But my cousins was my best friends too. And she was super fine. So, she was my cousin. Take care of her. And, she's like asking me niggas she liked. I'm like, okay, hey, you want to meet my cousin? My cousin, kind of ask about you. Kind of like him. What's happening? But that's what most men go through. And I don't think that's changed. Now, I can't speak for dudes that felt awkward in junior high, felt awkward in high school, felt awkward in college. Not getting that. Because, it's like motherfuckers that go through life and nose crushes them. That's what I hear a lot of, that they got nose and that shit just crushed them. No means nothing. Whatever Dave Chappelle, can I holler, can I holler, can I holler, can I holler, can I holler at you, can I holler, holler, can I holler? All they can say is no. No means nothing. And I guess some people knew, like, they would get no, and that shit would put them in a depression. Well, I wanted to, court Holly, and, I waited all this time, and it took me all this, all these months to finally muster up the courage, and I asked her, and she said no. Well, maybe if you would have asked 10 girls, one of them would have said yes, instead of concentrating on just one. Well, I really liked that one, so I needed to get all my courage. I mean, that's how lames operate. One thing I love about my 22-year-old son is when these little boys like, hey, my name's Cam, what's happening? Never had a problem, talking to people. And that's why, going back to, having women friends, that's great to have the friends. Get their opinion of certain things. I used to go to school and my cousin was like, go blow your nose. You got a big ass booger and you inherit these girls' face. Go blow your nose. I'll be right back. Thank you. I remember I first got my afro cut in the shag. It's kind of a Battle Creek style, but dudes in Kalamazoo wasn't really doing it. So I got it. A couple guys at the college, though, was kind of doing it at Western Michigan. So I got my hair cut. She's like, oh, you was at your dad's house this weekend. She's like, let me see the back. She's like, okay, that looks good for you. Like, all right, thank you. She's super fine. And she said she liked it. I already knew it looked good. But you dig, that was good. That was good. I mean, somebody put on Facebook, like, what is the oldest person you know other than your parents? Like my cousin that came to my wedding that lives in DC, I have literally known her for 60 years. Now, we really don't know how old we were and it's like when you're family, you don't meet. Do you understand? When you're family, you really don't meet. There was a group of cousins, family, there was 6 or 7 of them pregnant. And I'm amongst that group. And my female cousin she's amongst that group. She was probably a year. Like my other, I got another cousin, like my aunt is a year older than me. And there's a group of them that's a year older. But my pretty cousin, she went to Catholic school. And when she went to Catholic school, they put her back. So she graduated me instead of graduating a year ahead. And there was a couple friends I had Catholic schools like that. But yeah, my cousin, I've known her for at least 60 years. at least 60 years, where we remember each other. And I don't know if we're 2 or 3, but no older than 3. And we remember each other. We both can talk about what we did. We sat at her grandmother's and we drank milk. We ate graham crackers, and we was pointing out the different shapes of the clouds. Well, that looks like a dog. I mean, we're sitting there talking to each other. She's like, well, that one looks like the cow that's up the street. Like, that's another dog. Everything was looking like a dog. But that we both remember having that conversation, spending time together. This happened 60 years ago, 1963. 64, maybe 64, 1964. We both remember being in her grandma's backyard, drinking milk, eating graham crackers, sitting down. We was in a lawn chair together. That's how little we were. And we sit there and talked about the clouds. 60 years we go back that we remember each other. Now, of course, I've got some other cousins that's older than me that, they knew me when I came. Most of my my aunt's mother's children called my mother by her name because she was so young to them. Because my aunt had my cousin when she was 15. So, she had 15, 17, 19, so all these children were, my mother was only 10 years older than, so all of them was, young. She was still young. So all of them called her by her name. None of them called her Aunt Connie, but my youngest cousin. All the rest of them called her Connie because she was like a sister, more like a sister than an aunt. As far as where all their memory and their relationship with her. You dig? And I miss that. I live here and, it's just my family here. I miss that. If you're lucky enough to have that, that's great. Lucky enough to tap into family, extended family, that's great. Because that's one thing that amongst all that I miss, especially this time of year. We between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we'd see 100 relatives. Easy. Be going between one Thanksgiving, farm to the other farm. Christmas, the same thing. Going from one to the city to the farms. Multitude of people, multitude of family. But that's how the world has changed. But if you're still in that situation, revel in it, relish it. And if you have a lot of children like me, I have 4 children in this state, it makes my family bigger. The niggas ain't having babies, but still, they all have spouses. Ain't no babies yet, but that's on them. Whenever they do, my daughter, my older daughter that I didn't raise, she has 2. So whatever she thinks I am, I'm something to them. I share blood with all of them, so I can watch from afar. Like my man Leroy Hudson said, I've been loving you from afar, and I've had to keep it all within, and that's okay too. Because you can love people like that. I might go see King Kong tomorrow. I don't know. See what time my wife gets done from work. That's what we might do tomorrow. See King Kong, watch the basketball until she gets home, watch the play-in, and, dig that. Good. I'm going on 2.5 hours. Think I got everything I wanted out. Yeah. So maybe this is it. My philosophizing. I'm high in the motherfucker. I'm high, kind of drunk. It's like the perfect combination, y'all. A little high. Well, she said, I'm a little high. I'm a little drunk. Not hardly drunk. I wouldn't drive, but I only drank 2 beers. Well, since I've been up here. But I feel wonderful, and I hope you do too. I love the long dark nights. I mean, this is like, I love this. It's like a summer night, like it gets so dark in the summertime. That's kind of how I feel now. It's like that summertime night, But these are long nights, and there's a lot of good energy going on until we get to the solstice. And 4:35, it gets dark, and it's dark until the next morning, like 6, 7. So, we got 14, 15 hours of dark. And people talking about, they're moody and emotional and shit. I don't understand that. This breaks that. I feel the opposite. It's like a natural way to creep. And so it's a good time to whatever you call creeping is. That's how you are. Yeah, I know. You work at night, so I dig it. You dig it. That's right. And we in the beautiful long nights. So relish in it. That's how I feel. Relish in it. Oh, I got to show some shit. I bought some. So my wife didn't like the blankets over the 2 leather chairs we just got. So we got these covers. I got to take some pictures and put them on and show you. So we'll see how the cats attack them. And those of you, I know a lot of y'all seen pictures, but I lived through where motherfuckers would buy. And this is what's funny. Like people would buy furniture and then door-to-door salesmen sold the plastic. And I remember my grandparents went for it. Yeah, and I remember listening to them. Well, the life of your cushions and stuff is going to be so much longer if you keep them in this plastic and protect them. But when the plastic starts cracking and they start taping that plastic shit up, what's the point? I remember when my grandparents first got that shit, and I remember years later seeing it all taped up. I'm like, nobody's really here. Most of the kids are kind of a little older. You think you can take the plastic off your furniture? They hadn't even thought about it. It's still protected, even with the tape. It's still protected. But that was ghetto. When that plastic started cracking, and they'd put the, duct tape on it or black tape or whatever tape on it. So you really still need that. That's keeping it. And they found out that the plastic made it wear worse because it wouldn't let the fabric breathe. So that shit down there, hoping the cats ain't scratching my shit up because it's clear. So we'll see. Oh. But yeah, I might go see the movies tomorrow. I don't know. And then it's the weekend for my daughter, so we'll have fun chilling with her. She wants the Christmas shit, so I gotta start buying some of the Christmas shit. Start getting that stuff. Like that's her jersey. Giving her that aunt number 1. So motherfuckers been waiting for them. I don't really care for them. Still might get one. I don't know. I don't know if I want one or not. She can have that shit. I don't really like that color. I ain't got a lot of shit to match that. But still, you never know. Black pair of shorts. You never know. You never know. So that's how I feel. Well, I'm getting bored. I'm uttering and muttering. Think I'm gonna cut it. What is tomorrow? Thursday? Do I do Thursday night? I don't do Friday night. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. So we'll talk about the NBA in-tournament playoff. Yeah, let's talk about that tomorrow. So look for me between 12 and 1 Thursday, or that'll be Friday morning. So somewhere in there, I'll come in. And I'm off Friday, but I'll be in there tomorrow between 12 and 1. So don't give up. Just look back and forth. Be like, is the nigga on yet? No, not yet. Is the nigga on yet? No, not yet. Number 1, I have a number 5. Oh, you need the number 1? I have to see. You like that shit there? Because that's what we've been waiting for. Because I'm telling you, the number 1s at Dick's ain't any lower. These is the only ones, and these is Fantastics or whatever they call. So I'll see. You wear large or extra large? Because I only saw an extra large. I'll see if there's any more. Because what did I see? An extra large? I'll keep looking because we've been wanting the ones too. So the ones, that's the first cheaper ones that ain't 80 or 100. These are the first ones I found that ain't 80 or 100. And they had towns and they had these. Matter of fact, the bigger ones was these. But so, okay, I might be able to have to hook you up with that. Yeah, shoot me the size. I'll see. And the number 1's eventually going to have to come in price, but it's Ant. It's Ant, y'all. Any Ant jersey is the bomb because that nigga brings them. I'm disappointed that he wore the Adidas, though, but his look more like the Hardings than the Doms, because the Doms ain't shit. Donovan Mitchell's ain't shit. Oh, XXL. Okay. I'll see if I can find one of them, because it was only one of those. But I'll see. I'll see if there's any more of those. There's a couple places I'll check. Yeah, but the Doms ain't shit. I don't even know about the Damian's Dame Time. I don't even know about Trey's shoes. It seems like the only good shoes they make is the older Kobe's and the crazy ones, and they make Harding shoe. Harding shoe and Ant shoe seem like the only two good Adidas. Them Dames are trash. Damian Lillard is trash. Trey Young shoes are trash. I haven't really seen a pair of Hardings live. I don't see them in the stores yet. So I'm thinking they're made more like the crazy ones, and the crazy ones mold to the top of your foot. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know. I haven't even seen Ant shoes. Ant shoes ain't in the stores. So can't really say, but Hardings, I think you can order them, but I ain't really seen. Well, I guess you can watch some people that have got them and what they think of them. So Wear Testers probably got them. Probably a couple places, but I bet they're not. I bet those are the only two that are comfortable. I bet Wear Testers probably got a thing. So if you look at Wear Testers, he'll probably tell you about the James Harden shoe. But what's interesting is they have the what do they call? They had the Bounce, but they have some really comfortable shoes. What do they call? It's not Bounce, but because I found some really comfortable. It was a little pair I almost bought one time. It was really super comfortable, but I got so many shoes. It was one of them like, do you really need these motherfuckers? No. It was that kind of deal. Like, do you need these motherfuckers? Not really. But they were comfortable. And I kept going back seeing if it was getting lower and lower. And what are they called? But they got a brand where the shoes are really comfortable. Or they got one of them. Trying to think what they're called. My son had a pair, and they're really comfortable. I will say that. So, well, I guess I'm gonna call it. Don't feel any inspiration. Let me see if I can get some inspiration. On dollies on dollies on. No inspiration there. Ant-Man. Yeah, it is Ant-Man. Ant-Man is a motherfucker. All right, I think I'm gonna call it. Remember,